Now you're here for the We Are Who We Watch reality television citizenship celebrity. I want to know how Jill Zarin ended up with Bravo and the Real Housewives of New York.
Well, they called me. I mean, the short answer is they called me. I didn't find them. I mean, and that's really a big question: is do you find reality shows, or do reality shows find you? Both. And in my case, they found me. Now that the show is so famous, people are seeking it out to be on it. But at the time, nobody wanted to do it. Everybody was scared. You know, how am I going to look? And I don't want to get in trouble with the IRS. And you know, looking at because they want rich people with money, and rich people with money generally don't want to tell people what they have and talk about their lives because they want to keep it. You know, and that's sort of that was the feeling of the atmosphere back then. Now, my friends are lining up to be on the show. The ones who told me, "How could you do that?" It's like did not encourage me to do it.
Are you happy with how the seasons turned out? We're in season 4. Are you happy now? I mean,
with all these so great, all these questions I'm going to answer today because I know what the questions are that people want to know, which is why I'm doing. That's why I'm here. I am well trained. I have to say, I do have a media trainer now. What was the question?
Are you happy with how everything has turned out?
You know, what I say is that every season on the Housewives, in my opinion, there's like a target. It's almost like they sit in a meeting and they say, who's going to get it good this season? Hot potato. So the first year was clearly Alex. Second year was Luann. Second year was Luann and Kelly. Third year was definitely me and Kelly. And this year, it's the blondes versus the brunettes, and we're into episode 3, and it's definitely 3 brunette to 0 blondes.
I missed you last night.
Did you? Thank you.
How was Australia?
Australia was great. Trust me, when all that crap was going down, if you were me, you'd want to be in Australia or as far away from it as possible. There's a couple of reasons why I wanted to go. First of all, I had planned that trip prior to signing up for season 4. I didn't know if I'd come back. I really felt when I signed up for the trip in May, there was no way I was coming back to the show. I mean, I was finished with reality television. I wanted to go to Florida with my husband. My daughter's going to college. We'd had these plans since I married Bobby that when Allie went to college, we're going to move down to Florida. It really changed with the show, and I thought I was going to step out. But, for a lot of reasons, I came back. But I wanted to keep my trip. And I also, you never want to play to the haters in a reality show because you're going to have your lovers, you're going to have your haters, most people are in the middle. You don't want to play to people who hate you because you don't care about them. You care about the people who love you and support you, and you want to satisfy them. But I wanted to it was my own little experiment. I wanted to show the audience when I leave that it's not me. Because I have been accused of being an instigator. Jill Zarin stirs the pot. Jill Zarin's the troublemaker. Now, of course, my lovers, people who like me don't say that. But I sort of wanted to prove that and remind everybody that this is a reality television show.
Right.
Not reality. And that no one's going to produce and edit a show that doesn't have drama. So whoever's left that day in class is going to have to engage. It's sort of like a sword fight. If there are women in the room and there are swords in the room, you've got to pick one up to a certain extent and move. You can't just sit there reading a book. That would be boring. No one's going to watch me reading a book or being nice, getting my nails done to the manicure, saying I love the color.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not going to happen. So I just sort of wanted to step out of it for a minute and remind people that the show goes on without trademark. I mean, I think I actually made up a new word. I call it a liquid facelift because it gives the appearance of a facelift, but you're using liquid fillers.
The injections.
Injectables. So I call it a liquid facelift. That's
no plastic surgery.
No, but do I have anything And by the way, I am the first to admit it. But I don't know why people make such a big deal out of it. I took it as a compliment that you think I look better.
You look great.
But with good hair and makeup and lighting and all those factors, it can make you could have a good day. And it's for the work. This is what I find hysterical. So there were 2 things that happened in the last 2 weeks regarding what I wore that got crossed over. And that's where this is I think very confusing. Because I went out on Andy Cohen's show after the first episode and wore my hair in a high ponytail.
Right.
That look alone, when you wear your hair off your face, is going to make you look tighter because it literally feels like your hair is being pulled out of your head. Because by taking this and pulling it back, it's in such a tight rubber band, I actually thought...
You have your Jill Bang.
Right. Well, you too. If you put your hair up, you're going to look very different. And I have a smooth forehead, so that's also part of why they thought I looked young or whatever. But then a week later, I went out on the red carpet, totally unrelated, and I decided I wanted to do an homage to Lucille Ball. And I wore a pink 1950s style dress, and I had my hair and makeup artist make a 1950s sort of wave with my hair off my face. Very different makeup to what I'm used to, a very neutral look. Just very plain Jane, sort of what, with big lips, just sort of what the look was in the 1950s. And people then started comparing something like what I'm wearing today and said, does she look better or worse? Like this, like today, or dressed 1950s homage to Lucille Ball, where he narrowed my nose because back then your features were very pointy. There was a reason, so they're trying to make it like that's my new face. Well, that was a face with a lot of makeup on, trying to make a character. And yet they're comparing that as like a face, because they got confused with the hair being pulled out back on Andy Cohen's show.
I know.
So it all got mixed up, and so I see online on the homepage of people.com or AOL.com these pictures of me with my bangs normal, and then these like other pictures, you know, did she have it, did she have it, and I'm beyond flattered that, you know, the whole world knows.
Alex, is
Am
Bobby...
I going to edit this down to what, 3 minutes?
You know, I'll be fine. I'm magic and edit.
I know, magic.
Now, Alex's husband Simon came out with a single.
Yeah.
What,
Did you
heard?
see me following my tweet? What did I
Real.
say? Did you see what I said? Well, first of all, I normally never comment to him because he's saying some just, you know, really juvenile, immature things. I mean, I can't believe a grown man sits at home and tweets all day out. I mean, it's just, to me, embarrassing. Bobby and I
Is
just...
Bobby on Twitter?
Bobby doesn't have Twitter.
The dog has Twitter and Bobby doesn't have Twitter.
Bobby's a grown man who makes and works and is an adult, and he doesn't think men should be Twittering. Like, he thinks that it's not classy. He thinks it's, you know, immature and for kids and whatever. And the only reason I do it is because I have a fan base and I'm on a TV show. If I didn't, I wouldn't be on Twitter. I'm too old. It's for my daughter. It's for her friends. No, I'm serious, but I like it. Don't get me wrong, I like it. But, you know, Bobby's an adult, and you know, Alex and Simon have a different relationship and different dynamics. But I will say, with that caveat, I heard the song and I liked it.
You did?
And I said to myself, should I tweet it that I like it or keep my mouth shut? Which everyone around me told me, don't say anything. He would never do anything nice for you. And I say, do unto others as you would want. And I always do the right thing. That's one thing my mother taught me. And not that it's wrong not to, or wrong to say nothing because of everything he's done, really pretty nasty things to me, even lately, really. But I tweeted and I said, you know what, Simon, kudos. I like it, it's catchy.
Wow, very nice. So
like
Bobby Zarin's not coming out with a song anytime soon.
I don't know, if Simon did it, why can't Bobby do it?
That's what I'm saying.
What about a little ginger action? Listen, that thing, but this is what I find funny. This is the irony. This is what you have to pull out of the song. The song is called I Am Real, and the song is as synthesized as it can get.
And he said no auto-tune was used.
I don't know about auto-tune. You don't need auto-tune when it's all drowned out with synthesizers, or whatever it's called. The song is great because of the musicality. I don't even know if he could sing. I really heard him talking the song more than anything. So, but kudos to Simon. I thought he did a great job.
Any talk of spin-off in the future?
I have no energy for that. It's a lot of work. No. I'm working on my brand. Squeeze Couture is going to be a huge brand.
Shapewear.
Starting with shapewear. There's a lot more products coming down the pike. So you'll have to watch for season 5. If I do season 5, otherwise you'll just have to watch it in department stores. But Macy's and Lord & Taylor will have Squeeze Couture. Very excited.
Do you watch Bravo on Monday nights?
No, I don't. I only watch on Thursday and Sunday.
Those are the nights that Jill Zarin watches, Thursday and Sunday nights. Excellent. Jill Zarin, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And have great time in Providence.
Thank
and please
you.
come back.
I will. I hope to.
Allie, please come back.
I know. Do you have any friends?
Excellent, Jill. Thank you.